What's going on, guys? It's your main man, back on the scene with another video. Found this article here kind of amusing, because it's kind of like you don't want men talking to you, but then when they stop doing it, when you hit the proverbial wall, then you miss it. And I like how she blames it on misogyny. It's misogyny. I'm ashamed. I internalized it. And I'm going to read this like how I think she sounds. This stuff is funny to me. I used to hate getting catcalled. I was underage, and men whistling and shouting were just that. Men, men, men. They were adults, and I was a teenager. I was very clearly a child. And we probably built like a grown woman. So dudes, like, dudes like young chicks. I mean, I don't know about the underage thing, but dudes like young chicks. That's just how it is. In the warmer weather, I would be careful not to wear anything too revealing, as not to provoke them more. I would feel like I was going to have a panic attack at the worst and uncomfortable at best whenever these grown men would intimidate me. I hated it, but it was an indicator that I was attractive, and I was a young girl. That's all I wanted to be. Come on. No, I get it that some dudes are over the top. You know, you got a nice ass or you got a nice rack or something like that. Yeah, that's corny to me. But like, hey, yo, beautiful. What's wrong with that? I mean, it's not my thing. You know, if I was gonna say something, I might be like, hey, pretty lady, can I walk with you? Because I'm trying to talk to you and stuff. I'm not gonna just yell out stuff. But let's continue. I was particularly upset after a man tried to encourage me and my friend to drink with him. After I told him we were 15, he seemed more enthusiastic, telling us he had more friends for us to meet. My friend, who was obviously flattered by the attention, which is natural, wanted to go with him. I had to force her to come with me, and I walked her back home. When I got back home myself, I told my mom about the situation. And, her mom was like, you're both very pretty. Men are going to notice that because that is natural. Men like hot young chicks. That's just how it is. And again, I don't promote messing with underage chicks. Dudes like young, pretty women. That's just how it is. Her reply wasn't that what I expected, but it wouldn't be the first time I would hear this from other females in my life. They mainly told me I would miss the catcalling when it stopped. Yeah, when your ass hit the wall and you're not young and sexy no more, you become invisible to men. As they reminisced about how men who would wolf whistle them when they were younger, and how it's sad that they don't get any attention anymore. You old, baby. You old. 5 time. He's going to sneak up on you and kick you in the ass. That's how it goes. These women were mainly comprised of adult women in my family. Seemed proud that I was pretty enough for adult men to be catcalling. I involuntarily absorbed this. Oh my God, here we go. And it stayed with me my whole life. Oh, broad. This is the norm in humanity. Men like pretty women like attention. That's just how it goes. Capitalize on them when you're young, because when you get old, ain't nobody checking for you no more. That's just how it's life. I continued to look young for my age. As I entered adulthood, men would approach me and asking how old I was. When I replied that I was 21, they would often comment something along the lines of, I thought you were 16. 16. Oh yeah. They're just talking. I always felt uncomfortable and would try to get out of those situations, but at the same time, I was receiving the message that I was worthy because men were noticing me. I had little confidence, so I found it weirdly reassuring that maybe I had some value. Jesus Christ, man. Did she read the Femiyazi handbook? Did she take a course on that nonsense? Yes, as far as sexual market value, young and sexy is high on the list. That is the most desired trait. No dude is checking for chicks because she got 100 on a math test or something. They don't know you. All they know is what you look like. So initially, yeah, it's all looks. Now, after talking to you, you have to bring some other value to the game. Just walking down the street, yeah, that's how you look. These chicks are delusional. This has nothing to do with the patriarchy. It's nature, human nature. When you're young and sexy, dudes want you. They want the best bang for the buck, so to speak. Old chicks don't have. You might have value as a human being. You may be a great human being and all that. But for a wife, yeah, you want young chicks that can produce kids. Young chicks that haven't been down through there. Battle hardened and all that stuff. 10, 15 years of bad relationships and stuff. Nobody wants to deal with that. It changes a woman. It changes a man too. You go through a lot of wars and stuff. I have been catcalled for a couple of years. I very much look like an adult woman now, and I've aged more since having children.
Time's got a way of creeping up on you, kicking you in your ass.
It's nice to be able to wear skirts and shorts in warmer weather without men shouting sexual explicit things to me. But I secretly feel like I'm not good enough because I am no longer noticed. Yeah, bro, you become invisible once you hit the wall. That's it. So the old chicks, they warned you, but you didn't listen. You're going to miss that. These chicks kill me. I don't want men talking to me. I don't want men talking to me. Leave me alone. And then when the men are gone, well, I know nobody's talking to me. The men they don't see me anymore. Well, you said you didn't want it. So be happy you don't have it. Go back to reading your Femiyazi handbook. Make yourself happy. To be clear, I don't actually want to be catcalled. Yes, you do. Liar! I don't want to be followed. I could work with that. That following stuff is weird. If you're going to talk to her, talk to her. Don't follow her, guys. Don't follow chicks, man. See, if you're going to see something you like, step to her. If she don't like her, if she don't like you, don't get mad at her. Just, have a nice day, baby, and walk off. Don't get mad at chicks, man. I don't want to be harassed. What I want is to feel like I have value. Chick! Yo, you have value as a human being, but you do not have sexual marketplace value. Once you get past your late 20s, it's a wrap. It's over. The Femiyazi, they lied to you. They sold you a lie. Going to college and pursuing a career, being a boss, and all that. Dudes ain't checking for that. You have to acquire a lot of masculine traits to do all that. Dudes are not checking for that. It's not a turn on. It is what it is. It's up to you. Life is about trade-offs and choices and stuff. And unfortunately, I have been taught from a young age that my value comes from how attractive men find me. Yeah. Again, as a human being, no, it doesn't mean anything. From sexual marketplace value, this stuff is so phony because deep down inside, you will like being chased by men, so to speak. You like the attention. You love it. And then once it's gone, because she bought into that whole lie, the feminazi lie, that's the whole problem. That's what's bothering her. Had she not bought into that and let nature take its course, she wouldn't feel this bad about it. I never experienced males, I have never experienced males complimenting me in respectful ways when I was a young girl. I don't believe that. Yeah, I'm sure there were some guys that were over the top, and it's quite sure there's some guys, hey, you look nice today. You know, a little simple stuff. And part of me is still that young girl, and she's worried that she's lost her worth. This way of thinking is incredibly toxic. The patriarchy, the men did this to me. I know this, and I know if I were to get catcalled again, I would be terrified, and I would hate it. My God, life would be over.
You ain't that dog fly guy. No, no.
What's your phone number, baby?
But the sad reality is that women are trained from childhood to think being pretty is the ultimate goal. Yeah, because it is. My God, this stuff is terrible. And how do you know that you're pretty enough? When you get validation from it? Yes, duh. Even if the validation dehumanizes. Oh my God, this is disgusting. I'm going to blame this one on men for letting this stuff get too far, man. I mean, this should have been shut down years ago. Now I'm getting older. Father Time has taken what Mother Nature hath giveth. I understand why women in my childhood missed being catcalled. Yeah. The attention. You loved it. That's the whole thing. You loved it. Now you don't have it anymore. Now you're bitching about it. I used to judge them, but now that I'm one of them, I realize it's a lot more complicated than, it should have been than I thought. As women get older, society treats them less favorably. Think of TV shows where there are male and female hosts. Which one is the youngest? Usually the woman. Which one gets replaced if they're getting old? The woman. Yeah. Yeah, that's how it is. There is no equality. That's a BS concept. What works for women don't work for men. When you're young and sexy, women own the sexual market. They own it. They have complete, total power. And they misuse it. Our youth-obsessed society is not always kind to aging women. Like many women, you may feel invisible once you reach middle age, because you are invisible. Dudes ain't checking for you. That's why they say you got to cash your chips in when you're young, because when you get older, dudes are not checking for you. Now, if you want to live alone, and J.P. Morgan has recommended that you invest in box wines and cats and stuff, because there's going to be a lot of single, lonely women. So that's where the money's going to be at. So that's a little investment tip for you guys. You may feel pressure to mask the signs of advanced age. What is this? Midlife crisis in women, how to find a silver lining? Another nonsense. Women often experience feeling invisible as they get older and being taken less seriously. Women over 50 are particularly affected by this in the workplace. Man, they just mad because dudes ain't checking for it. I mean, for years, these broads been talking about don't approach them on the train. I just want to ride the train. I just want to go to work. Don't approach me at the gym. This and that. Okay, well, we heard you. And you got to remember, once you reach certain... See, they're fighting nature. Dudes are not attracted to old chicks. Even old dudes. Which they did a study. They spent like a couple $1 million on the study, which they could have gave me that. I could have told them that. Let me get the money. We feel the pressure to remain young and attractive to stay employed. We said, I'm not going to read all this. That's too much. You get the gist of what she's talking about. Chicks, ladies, women, you're going to miss that. I mean, and I get it. You don't like dudes, the off the wall comments, and I get that. But when the attraction, once dudes stop checking for you, you're going to miss that. But she bought into the femininity stuff. That's why it was really bothering her, because she bought into that stuff. And now it's really getting to her. You got to face reality. What Mother Nature giveth, Father Time taketh. That's just how it is. Anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Like, share, subscribe. And I will see you fellas in the next video. Peace.